Hello! Some people know me as the Ripples guy, but you know what? There's a whole bunch of kids out there that know me as Uncle Paul, and some of them are my actual nieces and nephews, and a lot of them are kids of my friends that I have absolutely fallen in love with over the years, and this video is for you all. I want to teach you something that I teach in some of my presentations to help people deal with stressful times. Because if you haven't noticed, these are kind of stressful days we're living in, and things are weird. And I teach them this, and it looks like this. I'm going to show you first. It goes ha ha ha, whoosh. So I'm going to teach that to you really quick. You put your hands in your lap, and the first one is you just take a deep breath in and you go like this. So everyone do that. And then you just clap. Okay, so we're a third of the way through. So if you put your hands in your lap again and you go breathe in, and then the next one, watch me first, it goes like this. So everyone do that. And then do ha ha ha. So do those last two again. Ha ha ha. And then you rub your belly and go, and then you do this, and then the last one is this, whoosh. So let's do those last three again. Whoosh. Okay, now we're gonna put it all together. Put your hands in your lap, and the first one is a breathe up. Ha ha ha. No, sorry. Whoosh. Did you get that? So now I'm going to explain to you, those are 7 actions that you can do that can help you relax a little bit and also help you enjoy the day a little bit more. So the first one is really simple. That's about taking deep breaths. And several times a day, one of the best things you can do is just take a quick breath by taking a really big, deep breath in and then exhale really slowly. Because one of the things that does is it helps our system just reset a little bit. And if you try it right now, don't you notice how it just relaxes you a little bit? So that's the breathing in, and then the next one is a clap. And that is a signal to connect, and that's about connecting with other people. And I'm encouraging people in these times when we're supposed to stay kind of far apart from people outside of our immediate family, and that can make it hard for us to connect with other people. So I want you to be thinking about people that you can maybe send a quick message to in some way, and maybe it's social media, or maybe it's borrowing a text that you can send a quick text to, or an email, or a phone call, or maybe even writing a note. And one of the things that's true in our society now, we don't see handwritten notes a lot anymore. And I've got a bunch of postcards at home, so if you need some fun, inspirational postcards, just reach out to me and I'll send you some. And so writing a note is yet another way that we can connect with people. Moving is exercising, and it is a little bit harder to remember to make time to exercise when we're all cooped up. And what we know about moving our bodies is that it helps kickstart our immune system, and it helps us prevent the likelihood that we'll get sick. And when we inevitably do get sick, because everyone gets sick sometimes, it helps us minimize the impact of how long we're going to be sick. So finding ways to move, even if it's just a little brisk walk or running around the house a little bit, finding good ways to move every day is important. So we've got breathing and connecting, and then we've got moving. And this ha 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 is about laughing. And it turns out that one of the coolest things we can do for our body and our mind and our spirit is to laugh. Laughing actually releases chemicals in our body that build up our immune system, and also help us feel better. So if I ask us all right now watching this video to pretend laugh for 5 seconds, we're all gonna do it, okay? 1, 2, 3, do it. Even artificial laughter like that releases those chemicals. So we've got breathing and connecting, and we've got moving, and we've got laughing, ha ha ha. Then we have savoring. And that, I was rubbing my belly when you savor, and that's finding ways to really appreciate and be grateful for things that you like. So it's one of the great reasons to say grace before a meal. Sometimes some families after a meal, they talk about what was the best part of that meal, what was really good. And finding some time every day to say what was good about today, or what was good about yesterday. What am I going to want to remember from this day that is good? Who are some people that I am really glad I have in my life? And it's one thing to think it, it's another thing to say out loud, and it's a third thing to tell that person. And finding ways to savor, it's a great practice. It helps us get through tough times. It helps us enjoy the good times. And then after savoring, that's my symbol for meditating, for meditation. And that word really just means focused, relaxing, or relaxed focusing. And if we go back to just taking a deep breath, I sometimes say here on the inhale when I take a breath and now on the exhale. Here, now. And if you just think here, now, it helps us get centered. And there is some good videos, and you can Google meditation, and there's all kinds of activities for kids about developing mindfulness. It helps us be more present, and when we're more present, we're able to enjoy it more, and we're able to get more out of it, and it helps us get through tough times too. So after that, meditating, there's one last thing, whoosh, and that's the release. That is letting go of things. And we sometimes build up stress and we forget that we've got to let go of it in some ways. And so one of the reasons it's good to have a timeout sometimes is to take a break of something. One of the best things you can do after you've had a grouchy spell or a crying is to do something to release it. And it might be writing a note and saying, I was so frustrated because of this, or I was so sad because of this. Sometimes we need to have a little ceremony, like when a pet dies and we have a funeral or we have a little service for it. Sometimes we need to have a little ceremony at the end of something difficult so we can say, thank goodness that is done. And finding ways to let go of things. It might be as simple as somebody makes us mad and we just realize that in that moment, probably the best thing to do is to let it go. Forgive them and say, you know what, they didn't mean it. And if I hold on to this, it's just going to upset me. So, to review, we're going to try to breathe. We're going to try to connect. We're going to try to move. We're going to laugh. Ha ha ha. We're going to savor. We're going to meditate, and we're going to release. Whoosh. Thank you for watching this video. I'm thinking about you, and even though I can't hug you now, there'll be a time really soon when we get to hug.